In this video, we'll be saying hello to the latest version of helloSystem. Right, starting up the trusty test machine. There's specs on screen right now. And we're booting up using USB. Now this is a FreeBSD 12.1 based OS. And I think it's designed to be as user-friendly and as welcoming to Apple users as it can be. And as you can see on the screen, you've got this lovely scrolling international welcome message. That's very Apple-ish. It's very nice indeed. I like it. So we're just going to boot into the live session. Let's go for all the languages first. I could skip it wrong. I'm just going to let it play. There we go. Very nice indeed. Very slick. It's very smooth. So we've got intentionally a very Apple-looking desktop and a nice sliding of the application bar. Right, we're going to have a look at the welcome screen. Welcome to your computer. Made simple again. Click on Continue to proceed. It's going to click, and a system that works for you and not against you. Privacy requires no activation, no IDs, no accounts, does not spy on you, blocks tracking and as by default, comes with peer-to-peer technology built in, etc. for receiving remote assistance. Freedom lets you load software without restrictions, no signatures, sandboxes, notarizations, makes it easy to modify applications, no hardware vendor lock-in, designed to run on machines that are no longer supported by their manufacturer with operating system updates. That'll be this test machine then. Security builds in end-to-end encryption where possible, has full source code available for verification. Very nice indeed. So we'll just click continue. I said that's it. Have fun exploring the system. Please keep in mind that this is a pre-release version intended mainly for developers and testers. We would love to hear from you. And I'm testing it. So we'll click on done. Very good so far. I'm liking it. Very nice. We'll have a look around the desktop. On the top left, we've got a little search box that you can type in any search term that you want. Say, for instance, you were looking for LibreOffice or anything else really. It's spelling activated, so you know it will filter through the letters as you go along. Next, we've got System. We've got About This Computer, Hide All, Unhide All. We've got applications that are already loaded in. 3D printing. And audio. Got developer. Got graphics. Office. Preferences. Utilities. And finally, video. Got restart, log out, and shut down. And for About This Computer, we'll have a look. It's telling you the specs of the test machine. It's all very nicely laid out. It gives you the build number at the bottom, down there. Yeah, it's very nice. I like this a lot. Based upon 12.1, yeah. So press OK. We'll look on the other side, and there's a calendar and a clock where the time is wrong. And clicking on it doesn't bring up a calendar of any type, so I don't know, that'll come later. You've got a help section which brings up this wonderfully animated online user guide really, or a handbook in FreeBSD terms, and it's very comprehensive. It's very nicely laid out, very clear, and almost everything you want to know about the system is there. I'll just close that one off. So yeah, everything about the system is there. Tells you how to get started, what's the minimum specifications, how to find bugs and how to notify the developers. Everything's in it. It's really nicely laid out, really clear. We'll we'll just have another look down there. Theory of operation, troubleshooting. It's very nice. Very good. Still not used to the window controls on the left hand side. Clicking on the computer brings you to the file system and computer layout. And you've got a menu on the left hand side. Right, I prefer the search thing if a little box came down, but it'll work as it is. Right, on the application bar at the bottom, you've got a menu, you've got a browser, you've got a text editor, you've got a terminal, you've got utilities, preferences, and a trash can. Or right-clicking on the desktop allows you to do the usual things, and if you want to copy and paste, sort, and show hidden files and desktop preferences. But if you want to create a folder, just click create. Or a blank file. We'll do a folder in this case, and I'll show you what happens. And a newly created folder just it slots itself in there, and if you delete it, it goes in the waste bin or the trash can. But there doesn't seem to be any way to actually make sure it empties, or in case you change your mind. So yeah, make sure you want to delete it. There doesn't seem to be any menu on there, so maybe that will come later. Now, let's look at the browser. The browser is Falcon, I would imagine. And and it takes you on the last page you looked at, actually. So we'll just turn the menu so we can have a look at the version. Yeah, it's Falcon 3.1.0. It's a nice browser, is Falcon. And next is the text editor, which is LeafPad. No, LeafPad is something that I don't use. So we'll click on that and see. Oh yeah, there's your side panel thing. Well, let's see what the other one is. Oh right, okay. So I like that. Find and replace. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, it's nice and neat. I like that. Then you've got your terminal, and same as I will just have a look at the. For anyone who's interested, the memory usage. There you go. Bear in mind that this is running as a live session. Very good. Right, we'll have a look at utilities. And you've got a nice basic collection there. And you've got build notify. We'll have a look at that in a bit. It does share the same icon as the menu one, so that might want to be changed. You've got calculator. Calendar. You've got calendar, which might be tied to the date and time, so people might expect to find it there, but yeah, it's here. Create live media, which is quite a useful thing. And there's a whole host of systems that you can actually create a live USB with. Very handy indeed. Disk utility. Right, okay. That's not going to work. Command not found. Okay. Well, this is a very early preview release, so there's going to be one or two issues, I think. There's your documentation, hardware probe. And just going to read through that. Utility collects hardware details, and yeah, I think it just uploads the hardware details to the developer, so you can they can get a better look of who's using the system. It's not a problem. You will get a permanent probe URL to view and share collected information. Okay, we'll have a look at that. There's your devices it is collected. And there's your privacy information just before you want to send anything off. You might want to read that if privacy is your thing. And it's uploading now. And there we're done. I don't mind sending, it's only a test machine. You've got install FreeBSD. A very nice, slick front end to install it. I think I remember something like this on FreeBSD, I seem to remember. There's your nice FreeBSD license. Very nice. Lovely and simple. That's one thing I love about FreeBSD. And select that hard drive. Well, yeah, we're not just going to do it right now. I'll do it after I've shown you everything. And there's your logs for install and any problems, etc. Yeah, you got Lumina Archiver, which is something that I wasn't expecting to see. You got the terminal that we've seen, using TCSH, I think, by default. You've got remote assistance if you want to connect to another machine or allow someone to connect to you to help you. I'm personally not sure about this, but it's included. I'm sure it's very safe. And there's the full thing if you want to use it. Got sticky notes. Right, okay, well, that doesn't work again. So that's 2 out of all these. That's not so bad. And zeroconf. And yes, it picks up my home theater PC, front end and back end. So enough of that. And we'll have a look at the build notifier. Doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, right, okay, yes, on the top right you see a green icon. Yeah. Okay, well, we obviously don't need 2 of them running. We'll just get rid of 1. And we'll have a look at the other one. See when this particular build happened. And yeah, just gives you a bit of information about it. Very nice. Right. So far so good. And preferences. Well, the preferences are pretty cool. You got boot environments. If you can make a snapshot of your boot environment, it doesn't cover your home one, but it does your boot environment in case you do an upgrade or an update and it doesn't go to plan. You can roll back to a working version. You got desktop preferences. So if you want to change the wallpaper, your background, even your font size and font type, these are all the various settings that you can choose. Stretch your wallpaper, etc. Change your background. I don't know where that is. I'll leave it as it is. Change your background color and your font. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that. And there's advanced options. And if you want to change the menu provided by the window manager, etc., I'm not going to change that. Keyboard preferences. Set to United Kingdom. Printer, if there's one online. I think mine's switched off at the moment, so it's not going to pick it up. Change your screen settings. I'm just going to change that. I don't want to alter anything there. And if you want to share, remote login, etc., keyboard shortcuts. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change anything there. Sound, if you want to alter things. But right, there doesn't seem to be a menu on that. Right, I can't exit it. I will go down to the bottom and close it manually. And your wireless networks. Well, I'm not using Wi-Fi at the moment, so that will show up there. Right, okay. Right, these in the folders, as far as I know, are not installed, but the ones that you can see the icons are. So, like, say if we go into 3D printing and let's look at the filer. Okay, very nice. PC Man FM, okay. If you click on FreeCAD, it'll tell you it needs to be downloaded for it to be used. So the menus are there, but there's actually no applications installed. Unlike the icon ones that you can see, which are already installed. So you've got your Falcon, of course. Then you've got your feather pad. Did I call it leaf pad earlier? Well, it's feather pad, sorry. And you've got this lector. Very strange. I've never seen this one before. And you've got a nice little viewer there. So again, if you go into something like OBS Studio, there's nothing there except the menu entry, which prompts you to download it. So I'm not going to do that on a USB system. We're going to start the install process. Double click it. Go through the various options, select the hard drive, yes, erase it, continue. Right, oh I like that. That's for your full name, it already fills it in for you. John Doe, very good. That's if you value your privacy. But we're just going to put my name in, RoboNuggie. Fills out the username as we'd expect, and we'll save its password. Computer name, test, as always, if I can spell it. And I think we're not going to select that, enable you. Well, you could do, but I'm not going to. Continue, and there we go. I think you should start. I'm just going to fast forward it because it does take a while. Right, all done. I'm just going to reboot the system and I'll see you in the newly installed helloSystem. Right, we're booting into the newly installed system. I'm just going to skip through a welcome message. And we're going to test out installing an application. I didn't want to do it while it was booting from the USB, of course. It'd be too slow, so I'm going to do LibreOffice. Click yes to download. Just put the system password. And done. Well, I kind of expected it to run, but I guess we have to click on it again. There we go. Looks good so far. And here's the version number. And very nice indeed. And there's the obligatory hello. And that's enough of that. Very good. So that worked quite well. What else can we do? We can okay. So I'll have a look at the memory usage one now that we've installed it. Yeah, it's about the same. It's not too bad. That's fairly lightweight for a system. This system, this operating system, I think is, well, the amount of progress that the developer has made in the short time since it was introduced has been, it's been very impressive. When I first reviewed it, an earlier version than this, even then the Mac look was coming through the design decisions, but now it's been refined. It looks great. It's smooth. There was a couple of issues, but I mean, you know, this is a very early release, but they'll be sorted out, no problem at all. So I think what you've got here is a FreeBSD based OS, which is catering perhaps to look at people who are moving from Mac to non-Mac systems as painlessly and as smoothly as you possibly can, but also attracting Linux users who want a more polished desktop, and Windows users who perhaps want to see what it's like using a Mac without having the expense of doing so. So I think you know, the ambition is there, the technical capabilities there. I think this is going to do very well. Let's hope it stays around longer than some of the predecessors. We're talking FreeBSD and Aris Blue, but I think it will. And if it does, then we have a wonderful selection. You see, what I think is great about this operating system is that it's not competing with any of the existing. It's not competing with Nomad BSD. It's not competing with Ghost BSD. Certainly not competing with FreeBSD, who it's based upon. But it's finding its own niche. I think that's good. I think each one of them has their own niche market, as it were. FreeBSD being bare bones, you can make the system your own. Nomad BSD being a truly portable OS. Ghost BSD aiming for a out-of-the-box desktop experience. And this. So I think it's good times. Let's hope it stays around. Let's hope the development, goes to the end, see it through. But if this is an indication of where it's heading, I think, it's going to be a fantastic OS. And I'd be quite glad to review further additions down the line. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Well done if you've made it to the end of the video, and if you've found it useful in any way, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure you don't miss future videos, then please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. This helps the channel grow so that I can keep on making content that helps the FreeBSD community grow as well.